All right. Just being here in my 12 and a half years, now going into my 13th, pretty soon in September, which I really hope I can avoid. Just let that sink in for a moment. The fact that I'm in this dump, or have been in this dump for this long a period of time. Just think about that. What have I received, during my 12 years there? I remember getting one award. Yeah, the what you call the Chigo Award. Yeah, okay. I got that in 2015 for my hard work. I'm pretty sure everyone gets that, or has gotten that, during the time that they were here, right? So I got that in 2015, but other than that, that's pretty much it. Nothing else, dude. No promotion, no nothing. Yet, because I was told by one of my longtime work friends that because he's been in sales for like well over 15 years, that one of the sales reps, one of his co-sales workers, ends up being the sales consultant, or whatever the name of that position she is in. She has been promoted to sales consultant, because the other rep was not around right now due to medical leave. And it makes me like reflect on the time that my coworker next to me was promoted lead graphic designer. That was Rico's role before when I got in. He became the lead as soon as he got me in. And yeah, for sure, that was pretty much the right move, because Rico had to teach me how to be a proper employee. He had to discipline me into becoming becoming a better employee in general, and even a graphic designer. He taught me a whole lot of graphic design that I didn't really learn in school, including the use of InDesign and all that, the basics of InDesign. So it makes me think back to a time when Armando became I was told by the HR that he was the lead graphic designer. But the thing is, we hardly ever work together. So it doesn't seem like how with him being the lead, that it's the same as how Rico treated me, as being the lead that he is or was. Here it's like we hardly ever work together, and it's like the HR telling me, it's not to lessen you and all that. I'm like, then if that was the case, then it's like I'm trying to understand something here. How is it that he became the lead, even though I've been there like a year longer? And it's like, I thought we were supposed to be treated as equals, right? I thought we were supposed to be treated equally. That's what I got out of as soon as he got in. And then all of a sudden, like he became the lead in 2018 for what? I mean, for all I know, I remember he was the webmaster. Yeah. He's because he knows a whole lot more website stuff. He has a lot more website knowledge than than both me and Rico combined. I can understand that, but how is it that he had become lead graphic designer? Lead for what? Because I was told, oh yeah, he's just there to oversee, what you do, just like some shit like that I don't even get. And to this day, like with the way this dump is now, it's like we hardly ever work together, and if we do, it's like if I'm not here and and he gets told by the company president about, hey, here's a flyer to do this and that or whatever, or if I come back, then he tells me what to what the company president told him. But here's what I didn't like. I remember this was the day of the first group text incident that happened later in the evening. That what was it? That the company president somehow told him instead of me about, told him to tell me that irritates the fuck out of him. I'm talking about the company president, that I'm on my phone so much. If that was the case, why didn't he tell me? So because Armando was the lead, that means the company president has to tell him to tell me. As if just to show it just proves I don't know what it is. Does that motherfucker think that I don't understand him or something? He could have just told me directly. I'm a grown man too, What makes me believe that he has to tell him to tell me? Oh, and then Armando tells me, oh yeah, well, it's because I don't think he can to say it the way that I say it, or get the fuck out of here with that shit, dude. And nothing ever makes sense in that dump anymore. And when me and Johnny talked earlier, I was asking him about why the lights keep being on and why is there a sign, that says keep Carmen's lights on until the day ends. Why do you keep it on if she's not there anymore? She hasn't been there for 3 weeks, and you still bother to keep the lights on? That was according to that goddamn company president who wants to keep it on because he wants to feel like it's Nothing makes sense in that dump. Nothing. There's nothing that ever makes sense in that stupid ass place. I've been saying it over and over. I've been cooking that place in my blogs, in my previous videos, and for me to be there for 12 years after being disciplined by Rico, just to learn about what it's like to work there, to learn how to become a better employee, especially in an office setting, and even when it comes to graphic design. Now to see myself being here for in my 12th year, now all of a sudden that place has become not so disciplined. It has become not so disciplined with so much undisciplinary action, laziness, disorganization. A lot of times when I'm in the kitchen, there are missing utensils, plastic utensils, spoons, forks. It's either one or it's both. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes even when the HR is there, there's none of that stuff for 3 weeks or 2 weeks or so. And sometimes I don't even see paper towel in there. Pure laziness. I have to go the fuck upstairs to the upstairs kitchen just to grab some. And it's not just me. I'm sure some others too. That place is just way too divided. You even consider how much because of how much division that place is. You see, all the service department getting to do all these mini potlucks, even the Thanksgiving potluck last year, and even the Secret Santa that the whole company used to do. I mean, there's nothing right about that dump anymore. And being here for my 12 years, I have gotten nothing. No promotion. No more opportunities. Under the leadership of that same goddamn son of a bitch. Who's probably in his 80s by now. He should have retired. Even my cousin was like, oh yeah, he should have retired a long time ago. Come on, man. Come on. This dude's a straight clown, dude. So stubborn and greedy as hell that I don't know why he has to continue doing this when he knows, no matter what he does, to tell me what to put on my flyers, like the awards to increase the chances of the marketing or whatever. No matter what he does, even if he does these 2-hour meetings, the business will never be the same. It will never be the same as it was prior to the pandemic, man. He won't be honest about that. I can tell you that much. But going to my 12th year, it's like, instead of some sort of promotion, like with the sales, one of the sales reps getting the sales consultant or whatever, and somehow, Armando being the lead, quote unquote, lead graphic designer, even though we hardly ever work together these days. It's like, for me to get nothing, and especially with my pay rate being as shitty as it is, instead of a promotion, I get more problems, outside life problems, so much drama, and so many more friend losses. With all the stupidity that this dump has done, especially under the leadership of that company president, instead of like some sort of promotion, dude, at Knott's Berry Farm, I was about to get a promotion right before I left to become a shift leader. Yeah, I'm not joking around when I say that I would become a shift leader in the park services attendant when I was paid $6.75 an hour back in 2006, when the minimum wage, I think back then, was like $6 or $7, something like that. Here, what do I get? I'm a quote unquote graphic artist doing the same old shit, and despite getting that one Chego award in 2015, I get nothing else. Instead, it's like 1 or 2 years without a raise, and then only for me to demand a raise from that motherfucker, and then how much was I paid like in 2021 or 2022? I was like $15.50, and I had to demand a goddamn raise to go up $1, to go to $16.50, which still isn't enough. And I mean, it's why a lot of people left, even the newbies that are coming in. They know what they're getting into. Pretty soon, like the guys like who are still here, like Luis, and I forgot that girl's name, those guys are gonna end up leaving in like a year or so, or maybe even less than that, because they're gonna eventually run into all this BS. It's the same cycle over and over again under that same leadership. So, I mean, for me to be here in my 12 years, going to my 13th, instead of like, I said it in my other video, when things go wrong at work, it's all work related. Now it's not. Like going to a decade or a little past a decade, instead of a promotion, it's just more problems outside of my dump. Friend losses, so many of them. Just look at my ex-close friend memorial wall like you see here. This many friend losses. Robbie might be back there soon because of what happened the other Friday. Dude, I even texted him about the gathering that happened just this past weekend. He ignored me. What does that tell you? Am I really to believe he's really that fed up with me? I mean, after what happened in the first group text incident when he said, lose my fucking number, go get help, we're done. And then we reconnected just like past June. And now look what happened. What do you think he's thinking now? Would it even surprise me that he's already gonna leave me? I better hope that's not the case. God damn, this is what I've been getting in my recent years as long as I'm still in this dump. more problems, more drama. Hell, I've had a lot of drama at home too. Even just like from earlier this year. To the point that I even had to get therapy to take medication, which really isn't working for me right now. And then the second group text incident. And just a lot of friend losses. Too much drama. Too many problems. Too much stress. That is all that I'm getting for as long as I'm still in this dump. It's so ridiculous to see how far I've been in this dump. You know, people telling me, "Oh yeah, you sound pretty loyal." To hell with that shit. I ain't loyal to that damn place. And for as long as I'm there, I hate to sound like a broken record. It's more bad things that happen to me. Like here in Coffee Bean, where I'm at right now in the parking lot. You know, when me and Neil were about to back out, you know, some car hit us. Not my fault, but I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying. It's just nothing but more bad things happening. Just sheer annoyance. That just led to more bad shit happening. More friend losses, it's just more bad things happening to me left and right, dude. Mostly outside of that dump. Not so in that dump. The fact that Julio said everyone's fed up with me, it's still true to this day. Because he basically clarified what I said. You know, Russ can be on these group chats all he wants. But I said I'm going to go solo for this for a while until further notice. I know Dewey wants to do a birthday hangout group, but you know, if he wants to, if it has to be birthdays, fine. But regular hangouts, oh no. I let them do that on their own. If Russ wants to only hang out with Dewey, fine. If he wants to only hang out with the boss, Neil, or like Robbie and Julio, fine. Because they know what I'm going through. They know what I have to do. So, I'm going to leave it at that, man. This is what I get for still being in this dump. It's just so much of a disgrace. Even it's made my life so much of a disgrace. Especially when you have the same leadership under that goddamn company president who's probably in his 80s by now. So, it is what it is, dude. I'm just getting sick of this, man. Like, for me to still be in this dump for that long and to see more bad things. Dude, just imagine another 5 years. How many more friends do you think I would lose? And who knows if there will be any more, you know, family arguments again because of what I do. You know what I'm saying? I've had enough, dude. I've had enough. I'm done, man. I am so done. I'm gone, man. I'm going to get a drink. Peace out, everyone.